Welcome back, everyone. Lucky Like 360 here, back with more Out of the Park Baseball 22 Miami Marlins franchise, continuing right where we left off at the beginning of May, with a 7-12 record. Not too good. We need to obviously improve, and we made a few changes in between episodes. So you'll notice that we have Yoenis Cespedes off the free agent market, signed a minor league deal with us. We called him up. Monte Harrison is starting in center. Tim LeCastro is on the DL because he's day-to-day for another 2 weeks. And so those are the big changes right now. We're just going to continue here. We have a double header today. And so I want to call up an extra reliever, actually. And I think I'm going to send down Rutherford because he hasn't gotten much playing time. And I'm going to call up Braxton Garrett. And we're going to go with a 6-man rotation and give Braxton Garrett the start tomorrow. Or whenever they decide to give him the start. We also offered some other guys some minor league contracts just to give us a little bit of depth. We lost both games there. And we're just going to roll with that 6-man rotation just for a little bit because the rotation has been a struggle so far. So we'll see what happens. But Brian Anderson's day-to-day, not too big of a deal. Garrett got his start. He didn't pitch well, so we'll send him back down now. Where's he at? There we go. And we'll call back Rufford, and we'll put him in the lineup. And the lineup did change a little bit. I'm just letting the bench coach decide how the lineup is for now, because obviously I don't think we're going to win this year, so I'm not too concerned with it being perfect, but we'll see. And Tim LeCastro is back, so I think I want to send somebody down. Rufford kind of seems like the guy that's just going to get sent down, honestly, because it's simpler that way. So Tim LeCastro will go back in the lineup, it looks like, and be the leadoff hitter. So the lineup's kind of returning to where it was. Some guys are starting to hit a little bit more, so we'll see if that continues here through May. So we're 12-23, continuing along in last place. I don't know if we're going to lose 100 games. I'd like to keep it under 95 losses. I don't want to be too terrible. Of course, if you're going to suck, you might as well just lose as many games as you can for the draft pick. But I don't know. I don't want to have too terrible of a season. So we're going to finish the final few days here in May. All right, so at the end of May, we are in last place, 18-30, 14 games back, 2-game losing streak, 5-5 in the last 10 games. Phillies in first place, Reds in the Central, Giants in the West, Mariners in the AL West, White Sox in the AL Central, and the Red Sox in the AL East. So taking a look at player stats here through the end of May, Tim LeCastro is still hitting 195, Chisholm 207 with 4 home runs, Castellanos 342 with 10 home runs. He's really been a good piece that we added to this lineup. Our lineup would be very bad if we didn't have him. Jimenez is having a pretty good year, 267 with 13 home runs. Like to see the average get up, but the power is there. Cooper 271 with 6 home runs, Aguilar 243 with 5 home runs, Anderson 229 with 6 home runs, Harrison 276 with 5 home runs, and Williams catching, hitting 387 with 2 home runs. He's actually doing really well, 17 games so far. Splitting time with Mercedes, he actually is in the starting lineup now because Mercedes was only hitting 244, and I was hoping he would do a little bit better than that, but we'll give Williams an opportunity. And then in terms of the rotation, Alcantara 5-1 with 2.75 ERA, Lopez 1-4 with 4.06 ERA, Rogers 5-1 with 3.21 ERA. He's been really good for us. Sanchez is 2-6 with an 8 ERA. He is going to probably get one more start, and I'm going to send him down because he's been struggling. And then Thompson 1-5 with 5.32 ERA. Bullpen has calmed down a little bit, but there's still some people struggling. Hirata is got an 8.68 ERA. Bass 3.18, Brigham a 7.01, Pop 4.19, Pruitt 4, Bender 9, Bleer 2.51, and Floro has gotten a lot better, 4.40 ERA with 13 saves. So that is how the team is looking here at the end of May. We're going to get into June right now. So we're going to go ahead and give Sanchez this final start here. We'll see when he's scheduled to go. A few off days, and then we'll play Philadelphia for one game, which is kind of weird on the schedule, but it is what it is. So Sanchez is going to go here pretty soon. We'll see what happens. Looks like Rogers gets another start. We lost. All right, Sanchez with his 10th start, and he actually pitched really well as soon as I looked at him. So actually, we'll leave him in. How is Thompson doing? Thompson kind of struggled. Maybe Thompson is the guy that needs to go down. Give him some minor league opportunities. He's not a bullpen guy, although he did pitch 12 games out of the bullpen. Maybe we'll move him over to the bullpen. We could send down Hirata, who's really struggled in 19 games. And the clubhouse really appreciates that. He was bad for our clubhouse. So we'll send him down, and we're going to call up... I think I want to call up Max... No, he's not ready. Luzardo is almost ready. We did have Braxton Garrett start. He wasn't very good. Edwin Cabrera we could give an opportunity. Or Holloway. I think I want to give Cabrera an opportunity. So we'll put Thompson in long relief. And then I think I want to send down Brigham too, honestly, because Brigham's just been bad for us. And maybe we could call up Hernandez. Hernandez has been pitching really well. We'll call up Hernandez. Put him in middle relief. All right, so we'll continue along with our simulation here. Currently 20 and 35 in last place, 20 and a half games back. I'm just trying to put out a decent team there. Not trying to, obviously the goal is not to win, but, with the current team. I mean, eventually we'll win, but not right now. There's no doubt about that. Bass is tired of being on a rebuilding project, and he wants to play for a winner, and I don't blame him. The guy's had a long career between San Diego, Houston, Texas, Chicago, Seattle, Toronto, and now Miami. And he really has not been on very good teams, So maybe it's time we trade him. Maybe somebody like the Dodgers or Royals or somebody like them would want somebody. I'm trying to see a team that's close, like the Royals, right? They're currently 30 and 33. Maybe they would want Bass, and maybe they can give us somebody in return. So let's see, because the Royals actually have a deep farm system. All right, so I got a deal done here with the Royals. We're sending Anthony Bass and Yoenis Cespedes for Nicky Lopez, Moreno, and Morel. Two lower-end prospects, but promising. They actually have good numbers in the minor leagues, so we're going to promote them to Double-A both, I think, to give them a real opportunity to advance their minor league careers. And then obviously Nicky Lopez will get activated here and be in our starting lineup. We're also going to have to call up a relief pitcher, probably Poet, because he's already on our 40-man, and he's actually pitching well in AAA. So we'll put him in middle relief, and then we will ask the bench coach to make a new lineup, and that is how the team is looking. So here in the middle of June, we'll wrap up this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next one.